Good morning all. And yes, we have another vehicle, and it's another EV, slightly different to what we normally get, an electric Vito. So yes, the Vito L2 in the pure trim. You can also get the progressive as well. Start with a walk round. Apologies for the wind. I mean, it is July, so yes, you expect gale force winds on the beach. Hey, yes, life, how are you? Ooh. So there we go. Very smart looking, but the Vito always was a smart van. Yeah, very good, thank you. Just enjoying the beach and testing out the new eVito. 93-mile range. Yep, okay. Doesn't sound the highest range. I think it's got 80 kilowatt motor, 85 apologies, and a 35 kilowatt battery. Hi Matt, how are you? Another German on review. Stuttgart this time. So you'll probably notice that this is not the smallest, but technically it is the smallest now because they've actually got rid of the one, so they can put all the electrical gubbins in it to make it work as an EV. So Mercedes are very clear that this is not going to appeal to everybody, which makes perfect sense because it's got a low range. So multi-drop delivery, that kind of thing. We've also got some crates back at the house that we're going to chuck in the back that Morrison's happily left us the other day, so I can show you how much room there actually is. There is a bigger model as well. Depending on what trim you get, depends on what options you get. This one's got a heated driver's seat, and I'm trying to think what else is in it. We'll have a look inside. So this model's £42,000 as well, and inside looks like a Vito. And yes, you probably recognise that type of brake. That's the brake that we've got in the C124 classic Mercedes foot handbrake or foot parking brake and release here. You've got 3 driving modes, which tweaks the motor with comfort, economy and economy plus. That's right, Matt. Yeah, it's ideal for cities, for multi-drop, that kind of thing. And here's the cool thing about it. If you have it in the highest region, you'll actually recoup up to about 15 miles a day, which is quite something. I mean, realistically, they could have put a bigger motor in, bigger batteries and so on. But that would have added to the weight, and obviously you don't want much weight in a van, because these can carry up to about a ton. Let's double check what it is. The L2 can carry 923 kilograms and the L3 898. You'll also get 3 Euro pallets in here, and as you've noticed, you've got 2 sliding doors as well. Oops, bouncy bounce. Ply lined, and you can get it higher as well. No, that's the clever thing about it. Because they got rid of the smaller model, the batteries take up absolutely nothing. So there's your charge cable. You can only charge at 11.5 kilowatts. So you do need to plan your journey. And it'll take about 6 hours for a charge. Thank you for the thumbs up. Ooh, sorry, slipping around all over the shop on seaweed. You also can't get a high top variant either. Ooh, old school scissor jack. One clever thing is you can lock the cab so it stays separate so you can unload, and these doors should open, yeah, like that. Ooh, thank you for the thumbs up. That's a good one, Matt. I don't actually know. That's one thing I'm going to have to look into. you'd expect front, but don't quote me on that. As per usual, Matt has tripped me up with a van or a car. Impressive. And does it say anywhere? No. I'll look into that. Have a look in the passenger side. You've also got 3 levels of Regen as well, and it's operated using paddles on the back of the steering wheel. And the hardest level, it is like you're braking permanently, which is good because it does mean, well, exactly, yeah, that's my thought, that it would be front wheel drive, but I don't actually know. And it may not have like an extra hole underneath, but you can see there's a slight recess there for longer loads. Tethering hooks as well. So there you go. We've got this for another 6 days, and we're going to be going up the lakes in it on Monday because we're allowed to go back to the health club at last. Yay! And it'll be a perfect drive to see how it copes with steep hills and the kind of things that you come across in the lakes. Fords, twisty roads. But overall, after driving it yesterday, it drives like a diesel Vito. Except power delivery is a bit different. It does run out of puff at around 55 miles an hour, but that's not what it's built for. It's also limited to 62 miles an hour, but you can get it optionally boosted to around 74 in case you're doing motorway journeys. Of me driving around yesterday, I did about 4 miles and used about 2 miles of range, so yeah, quite impressed. Because the first thing you think is 93 miles enough? But if it's got a job to do, it's perfect. Say local joiner, something like that. So there you go. If you've got any questions on the vehicle, or you'd like me to investigate anything, please shout, leave it in the comments, and I'll have a look. We'll also be doing a full review on this later in the week, as well as the 5 things that we love. So I will leave you with a vista of the beach and the eVito. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.